All right, guys, we're working on this M32 console, talking about different ways to set it up to make it more easy to use and more efficient. And right now I want to talk about the difference between mix buses and matrices. Now, I'm not going to go into depth right now, and there's definitely some science that you should understand about those. But in a general setup, here's a good way to think about it. On an X32, M32 console, you're going to have 16 mix buses. Generally, they're laid out 1 through 8 on the first page, 9 through 16 on the second page, although you'll notice that the last 4 have been reserved for effect sends. And that's a good way to use your mix buses. On the console, there are also 6 matrices. Okay, so let's talk about the first really basic difference. On a mix bus, I can select that mix bus, hit the mix key, and I can assign what level of channels I want to send to it. And of course, the most basic use for that is mixing monitors for your band. And most of us know how to do that. There's a cool function built into mix buses called post fader. A lot of people use these for like live stream mixes where you can set up different levels of inputs, but they're still going to follow whatever your mix on your main page is. We're not going to go into depth on that right now, but it can be a useful tool when you're trying to do some sub-mixing things. But most of the time, mix buses are used for creating smaller mixes in sections on the stage. And this is the best way to think about it. Use your mix buses to mix things that are on your stage, monitors, and other items like that. Your matrices are going to be better used to mix things that are outside of your stage. So these are things that are going to your house. So for instance, when we're setting up systems here, sometimes we need to send a separate signal to our subwoofers, and so we dedicate matrix 6 to do that for us. Other times we need to set up mixes down here. You can see we've got some for front fills, balconies, and a lobby send. All right, and these have independent master faders, so you can set the overall volume, but you can't mix individual channels. They are summing everything that's coming to your main bus. So however you're mixed over here on your main bus, that's the mix that's going to go to your matrix, but that's usually what you want because these are all just micro mixes of your main PA.